things that are beautiful at screwing up your idea of what you thought things were going to be. So why even have the idea in the first place and just go into it like that, like water?
Hey, it's Radio Woodfordia. I'm your host, Harley Breen. I'm a little bit excited. I've had some wonderful experiences today, especially with this guy. He's my best friend. He doesn't know it, but I really, really like him. Joe H. Henry. What a dude. He's like a cool dude. You know, you meet cool dudes and you're like, man, I hope you think I'm a cool dude. Just a little note too. During our chat, an arborist turned up and just chopped a tree down above our heads. I'm not sure if you can hear it. Listen out for it. It was a bit of fun. There was some reversing beeping sound and then a chainsaw sound and then a bit of tree dropped on the roof above us. And Joe seemed completely undeterred by it. He was like, yeah, whatever. That happens all the time. He's like, he's a mountain man. He's a valley guy. He's a swamp dude, and I want to be him. He's really cool. You should listen. That's what you're here for. Joe H. Henry, thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me, Harley.
Welcome back to the country.
Thank you so much.
Second time in Australia.
It is my second time, yeah.
And straight back to the place that brought you here the first time.
Yes, sir. Well, actually, I did 2 shows in Melbourne before this about a week ago with the Jailhouse concert series for the Matamura Blues Festival.
Great. How'd that go?
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah.
It was, AFL was on.
Right. Big time down there.
Yeah, so our crowds were a little light, but it was great. The people that did show up, they made up for it for sure. Did you
get a chance to see any AFL? It'd be a bit hard to go to a game during final seasons. It's fairly popular.
Yeah, that would have been wild to get there live, but I did watch some of it on TV, and just like sports where I live, it's hard for me to follow.
yeah. Utterly confusing.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, I'm not a huge consumer of sport. I can follow it. I like people who are into things, and so you know, I'll go to sport if it's with someone who's really invested in it.
Yeah.
And then I'll watch them watch.
That's the best way.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Different environment to up here, though. It's a bit muggy considering where you come from, which is hometown, home country's Canada.
Yeah, I'm living in Nova Scotia now for the past about 4 years, maybe a little bit longer. But yeah.
Entirely different climate.
Yeah, except for in the summertime. Like in the summertime, it's pretty humid, and we get up to, on real hot days, I guess, probably about 37 around there.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right. I mean, that's enough weather chat, really. Between, men that
so we've got
possibly the same vintage.
We've covered sports, weather, and now we can get into the real stuff.
We can talk about the traffic. How's the traffic? How was it getting here?
Yeah.
Was the highway blocked? Well, let's start with how you got into music. Like, was it in you from a child? Were you around it?
Oh, all the time. Yeah, it's what they call the Henry curse. Actually, it's it's something that all the Henrys have, writers and singers and instrumentalists, and so it's always been around. I grew up with a lot of fiddle music around, a lot of old country, and but mainly Métis fiddle, and everybody.
What's Métis fiddle?
It's as my Uncle Ephraim would say. It's picture a regular violin or a fiddle as 4 straight fence posts in a field. Métis fiddle, those fence posts are a little crooked.
What a great way to describe something.
Yeah.
And what's the origins of Métis? Because I have that in my notes, and it was even told us how to pronounce it, so I'm glad that you went out with it. But what's the origins of Métis music in general?
Well, it comes from the Métis people, which was kind of a name that was given. They're the people of the Red River Valley, or I guess we are the people of the Red River Valley. I'm part of the bloodline. And it started with my family in North Dakota on the Turtle Mountain Reservation, just out of Dunsife, North Dakota. And a lot of families came from reservation areas, and when people colonized, they would find some of us good looking, and then we are the offspring of that. So it's usually
What a way to put that horrible bit of history.
Yeah. So it would be like Ojibwe or Cree, mixing with a French or Scottish background. So Métis actually became, it's kind of, if you think about it, really a derogatory term, because Métis is just a bit of a bastardized version of the French word moitié, which means half. So
right.
So they always called us half-breeds. And
Right. So this is a racial slur that has been then adopted and empowered.
Yeah, empowered by the people and the community of it. So the wonderful thing was, being as we weren't full-blooded, there's a saying that says we're too light for the reserve, but too dark for town. So the Métis people created their own communities and did a lot of work in the trapping industry. And there's a lot of storytellers because there hasn't been a real long-standing history. So it's been a bit of a, I guess, a transient tribe that would move up and continue the storylines of the people that they'd met, and songs and poems, and they would carry that to wherever they went. Like my Cookum and Mushum, which is grandmother and grandfather, they left.
Great term.
Yeah.
Cooking and mushing.
Cookum and Mushum.
Cookum and mushing.
We always have a joke that that Westerners or Europeans have grandma and grandpa, but we cook them and mush them.
That's really great.
Yeah. But they, when they met and decided to have a family, they knew that being on the reserve was going to be tough for them, and they didn't want to go into town. So what they did was they walked around 260 miles up the Red River Valley with oxen and Red River carts, and kind of settled where my grandparents settled were in a valley they ended up calling Prosper Valley, because as my Mushum's name was Prosper. I'm lucky enough to have a son now with the same name. And
so you named your son after your grandmother?
My grandfather.
Oh, your grandfather's the Mushum. Sorry, because
Yeah.
I named my last child just born after my grandmother.
Oh, wonderful.
Well, he has her name as a middle name. Yeah.
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 Yeah, so that's
What a name too, Prosper.
yeah, it's a wonderful name.
Yeah.
And so they
My
settled
boy
there.
is Pearl. I think Pearl and Prosper.
Oh,
maybe
wow.
even-
Pearl.
Yeah, Quill Augie Pearl.
Oh, nice. Oh, that's excellent.
We should definitely hang out. Is your son out here with you?
I wish.
Yeah.
We've got 5 kids.
Well, you're doing better than me.
Yeah.
I'm at 4. I thought
yeah.
that was a lot. Congratulations.
You
Good
too,
on you.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's tough to get from Nova Scotia to here is on a seat sale about $3,500
Yep,
return.
that's right, yeah.
Even for Little Wilder, who takes up like a foot of a seat.
Well,
Doesn't matter.
Yeah. Well, we're in the same problem. I feel like maybe I'm the Australian equivalent of your family.
Yeah,
because
exactly.
we're always
Yeah.
backing up the wagons, and we're about to do it again and move our Carney family up the coast again. Yeah,
Nice.
Yeah.
That's excellent.
So this tribe you described started with your grandparents, or was it? Or
No, they
precedes
just
that?
it was a long time prior to that. There was a group of people that came up into Canada when it was still the Northwest Territories, where the province of Manitoba is now, and they fought the government to make the province, which then became basically the land of the Métis.
Right.
And there's a lot of Louis Riel and the Battle of Batoche, and there was a lot of tough times, but it's no longer Northwest Territory. It's now the province of Manitoba, so they did something right.
Yeah, and has that community always had music involved?
Always. Yeah. Music and craft and trapping, a lot of bush life, self-sustaining kind of mentality. Bit of we're on our own, so we're happy to learn to be that way, but we're also happy to not be divisive and teach everybody who is willing.
Man. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm already saving the money in my head to get over there.
Yeah.
Sounds great.
Yeah, just don't go in the middle of summer or winter.
Yeah, just find a sweet spot in between.
Yeah. Well, you wouldn't mind it, though, because it does get in the 40s during the summer, being as there's a lot of lakes and marshland around. So it does get very humid. And then in the wintertime, it'll get to minus 50. And it gets pretty cold, but there's beautiful times in between and great hikes, a lot of and good fishing if you're into that. And
well, one of my boys is very much, yeah. And so in those colder times, then I'd imagine then that's where you're all sitting in trying to warm up, and the music comes out and.
Yeah, a lot of times. Well, it's music all the time, and in the winter months is usually that's where a lot of the trapping happens. So people will go out on trap lines. Some people build small cabins out on their trap lines and go out for things like marten and beaver and things like that. So that's what keeps the fur industry afloat and keeps the people that the North has kind of forgotten about. It keeps them sustained.
And you're allowed to hunt beaver?
Yeah.
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 And so you eat it and use the fur?
Yep. Yeah, not everybody eats beaver, but the people who don't.
Great jokes there.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll just let it keep going.
Yeah.
Just having the producers shake their head at me. Come on, man.
Yeah.
It's right there.
Yeah. The people who don't eat it, that don't eat the meat, they'll use it for trapping other animals. They use it as bait.
Right. Yeah.
So, yeah, a lot of different things. But my uncles would know a lot more about it because they've been doing it their entire lives. But it's a way that the Métis people have always sustained, and a way that they kept, I guess, kind of in a civil relationship with like the Hudson's Bay Company, and then now NAFTA, the North American Fur Trade Association, is to supply all the chilly Russians and Chinese with their fancy coats and hats.
Wow. Mm-hmm. How interesting. Yeah.
Which is funny because the economy goes up and down with how cold or warm it is in Russia and China that year.
Yeah, of course. How much fur they need. Mm-hmm. Yeah, wow. Man, there's about 1 million different lines I want to take here. But it sounds like that it's quite a self-reliant subsistence kind of living. Yeah. But hard graft, a lot of work. Yeah. All the time. Yeah. Is there a lot of money changing hands, or is it's sort of like we go and get what we need from what's around us to survive? A lot of traditional folks won't need money for much, and there's a lot of barter that goes on. But now, just as everywhere else in the world, as the kind of spreading disease of the internet and everything, like even just since I was a child, I would go down to the valley where my father was raised by my cookum and my mushum with all of his siblings. We would spend our summers there with no running water, no electricity. And then I saw satellite TV come out there, and it changed that much. And then computers came out, it changed that much. Then the internet followed. Then streaming, all this junk made it out there. Yeah. And the place that I once knew is no longer, unfortunately. And how's the music now? Not as much? Not as regular?
Not as much. So every chance that I've been there, I'm always happy that I still get to pull from the knowledge of my living relatives that are there, and we play together. And I'll chord on the guitar, or I like to play the spoons a lot.
Great.
Yeah. So I'm always happy when I get to do that. And it's funny. It's almost like we don't realize as we go through life daily how out of tune with our frequency we are until we get back around people who kind of vibrate at the same frequency and are doing the things that make their cells happy. Yeah. And you just get this overwhelming feeling of being exactly where you're supposed to be.
Is this something with your 5 kids you're trying to keep alive? Do you have a television? I mean, the fact that you've got 5 kids means you might not. That's what everyone tells me.
Yeah.
Get a TV.
There is a television. We don't spend a lot of time with it. Our kids aren't on electronics or anything like that. We do forest walks a lot, and we do our best to make sure that we're as in the moment as possible with 5 kids ranging.
Sure. Yeah. What are your age? What's your range?
17 to 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a similar spread. I got 15 to 2.
Oh, yeah.
Just turned 2 a few days ago.
Oh,
yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's hard, isn't it? Because they all have very, very different needs. I say with exhaustion in my voice.
Yeah. No kidding. Yeah, it is. It's very different for sure.
And music is how you sustain them?
Yep. Yeah. That's what I do is just music.
So when was in your life, if we go back to just you without kids, when did you make the jump from playing in this community that you've described and that you grew up in, and I'm envious of that, to this is your main gig?
Oh, forever. I left home at a very young age, and the only way that I made it to feed my dog and myself was playing music, whether it was in front of liquor stores or bars or wherever, and then into the establishments. And
how old were you?
Off and on. It's been so off and on that, like, really, I don't know exactly fully.
Well, it sounds like there's a real poetic and romantic idea of the way you grew up. Mm-hmm. I'm certainly fantasizing about it, thinking it's great. Well, why would you leave then so young? And leave that kind of community and that support?
Well, I unfortunately wasn't part of that community all the time. I was only part of that community when I was with my father. Okay. Who was also a traveling musician. And when I was with my mother, it was a different community, a lot of horses. And it was just, I got to a point in my life that I realized I was tired of not knowing what the next thing was going to be and having no control over it. So I thought that if I went out into the world on my own, the only person I'd have to blame is myself, so I wouldn't end up harboring any kind of resentment to the people around me. I had to put it on myself, and I knew I was ready for it, so I just thought it best to do that. And how do you write a life story if you don't start on the first page? I can't.
A great quote.
Yeah.
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 And, I'm hesitant to let my 15-year-old listen to this episode. Because he is there.
Yeah.
he's feeling that.
Well, and I think it's important in life that we explore that, in safe ways for children that might not be fully mentally matured to a certain point, which is very hard these days. With the outside influence, it's strange. It's like it's hyper forward for some things and makes them way older than they're supposed to be. But then in other areas, they lack so much because they aren't focusing on the substance of being a human being so much anymore. Yeah. It's more the wish your young years away so you can become some sort of fashion influencer or whatever. Utilize your vanity, use it all up now. And don't worry about the things that tell you that might not be the best way. Maybe that's not who I am. It seems to be a mentality, and I could be wrong, and I hope that I am wrong, but it seems to be a mentality of everybody needs to do what everybody else is doing, so we fit in, and so the children fit in, but then that's to the detriment of their growth as mindful human beings, So I think it is important that in a safe way, we allow that, we give it power, those decisions that are sometimes very hard for a parent, but nowadays the good thing about technology is we can keep a good eye. We can, and from a distance, you can track where they're at just in case you're worried about them being in a dangerous situation. You can get a flip phone nowadays that they have to
I
text
attempted
it.
that.
Yeah,
I attempted that.
yeah,
Yeah. I was subverted, and I'm trying to get his head out of it. You know,
Yeah.
like, and I like what you say. You can use technology in that way. Like I've always said that all of my children are always within arm's reach. It's just that the arm's reach is different for each kid. For the one that just turned 2, it's literally arm's reach.
yeah.
You know, for
Yeah.
for the almost 6-year-old, I got to have eyes on her somewhere. For the almost 9-year-old, I just have an intuition that I should probably go and check on that guy.
Yeah.
He went around the corner into the swamp a little while ago.
Yeah.
And then for the 15-year-old, well, I got to make sure that he doesn't know that I'm always checking in with the other parents, and they're looking out the windows and go, yeah, they just went past. And
Good. That's what they say. The best thing that we can do as a parent, because it's in our DNA naturally from the time we are fertile as the animal that we are till the time that we fully form to be able to return. We were all tribal members at one time.
yeah.
And why would any fertile being of a tribe stay within their tribe, right?
sure.
It's because it was always time to move on. So they always say as a parent, it's best to get to know your child's best friend's parents,
Yeah.
whichever one it is that they decide to talk with and get some knowledge from. They'll tell everything that you need to know anyways. And then I don't think it's an invasion as much as it is a healthy distance, but still being a responsible parent, right? Because once they're born, what we feel doesn't really matter. Now we have a job to do. You know, we have to ensure that we bring a balanced, well-rounded, mindful human being into the world that doesn't all of a sudden put us in a bad situation where people are like, well, why didn't you know more? But that's the whole world now. Most parents have no idea because they've believed this, that we need to be divided in our homes and in our communities. And it's sadly a divisive world that not everywhere. There's gladly exceptions to that rule, and I'm very happy about that. But a lot of it is just like people are forgetting that privacy is a wonderful thing. But there's a very clear line of what's privacy and what's neglect.
Yeah.
You know?
I see that. I'm living that and trying to find that. No, recently, I said to my teenager, we've been having some tension around this moment, right, where he's emerging out of childhood and running as fast as he can towards adulthood and independence. And we just had some tension, and I just said to him, mate, I don't give a shit if you like me.
Yeah.
But I'm going to continue doing the job, which is keeping you safe and making sure you have shelter and making sure you have all of the necessary skills to go off into the world on your own journey.
Yeah.
And follow up to what you said too, about that. It's natural from them to move away when they're fertile. I heard this thing where it's like at this exact age, teenagers will think their parents are idiots.
Yeah.
But that other parents are miraculously intelligent.
Yeah.
And it was to get them to leave the tribe to ward against inbreeding.
Yeah.
That's the whole
beautiful
purpose of it.
And when you get to look at it like that, it's not a puzzle. It's not magic. It's design. And we forget so much as we're removed more and more from what we came from, nature, everything that is life. Everything we do in a modern society is to pull us away from that. So we forget how much we're a piece of the puzzle, and so much of it isn't unknown. It's been there, and especially since we've been documenting our history and seeing through anthropology all the different things that we shouldn't ignore, but people want to try, I guess. It's a beautiful thing once we step back and look at it, that we're so insignificant and so important all at the same time.
Yeah.
And we need to get out. That would be my one thing that I always would hope people could get from talking to me or a show or whatever is that we all need to get out and feel our insignificance as much as we can, because then we realize how stupid all of this is. What is everybody thinking? I don't know if these are the right pants. All these,
Yeah.
Meanwhile, there's an entire earth around us that is moving and not caring about anything like
Yeah.
that. The brush turkeys here, they don't care what we think of their colors or their feathers.
No.
They're
just doing it.
Yeah, exactly. And the only ones of them that would care are the male and the female of them, right?
yeah.
And it's really only a breeding thing.
So then why play music?
Because I think that it's just at a cellular level what I am. Like this tree right here has a resonance and a frequency that it'll emit. And if you put something in it, let's say drive a spike through it, it'll change the wavelength that comes off of it. And I feel that everything that I do that isn't writing and singing and creating some form of movement and sound, I feel that spikes within me that change what my frequency actually is. So I guess just like a bird would know to jump out of a tree and fly to another tree,
Yeah.
whatever my makeup is knows that I need to do what it is that I'm doing.
Yeah, right.
To share, to...
Sorry, Joe. We just had an arborist turn up mid mid recording. But
Yeah.
man. I feel like I asked it to be devil's advocate on it, but I get it. That's how I feel. That's how I feel for me and what I have to do.
Yeah.
I've got to tell stories. I can't do anything but. And I feel like I don't feel like I see it. I'm hearing it just in this brief meeting that we're having. But, you think deep and you think a lot.
Oh, yeah, always.
And that obviously goes without saying, goes into your music.
Yes, definitely.
Couldn't have it not.
No, exactly. And I wouldn't want... Sometimes I've got a couple songs that I sat down and I wrote... More thing. Oh, speaking of brush turkeys. Yeah.
Perfect timing. I mean, we got such great helpers here. Someone heard you say, brush turkey, we better go and get one.
Yeah.
The bush chook.
Yeah.
Now, would you, if we were in your valley and one of them walked out, you'd trap that?
Oh,
right?
yeah, probably.
That'd be food.
It'd be eaten, yeah. It looks like it'd be pretty tasty. You'd probably have to stew it, though.
I reckon you want to cook that a lot. That's a 24-hour
for
over
certain.
the smoker kind of situation.
Yeah.
I don't want to wrap you up, and I don't want to jump abruptly because there's so many different things in there I want to ask you about and hear your mind on. But I got to get it out that you came to Woodford Folk Festival the first time last year.
Yes.
And you're back here now in the month of October, which is well and truly too early to be here for the next festival, but because you're here for the Festival of Small Halls tour.
Yes.
That's exciting.
It is. It's very exciting. The one thing after leaving Woodford this past year that I regretted was that I didn't get to go around and see more. It was all such a beautiful time, and I feel that I really got to meet the best of Australians and everybody said this isn't a great gauge because everybody, but I believe 100% that it is, because now coming back here, I know that is in every Australian. So I know how we can converse now. I can talk at a consciousness level with the consciousness of everybody that I meet here, because I saw it on display at Woodford.
That's a great way to see it.
And it's been true, really, even in the cities in Melbourne, in Brisbane, all over, everywhere that I've been so far. It's the truth. Everybody here wants to be a Woodfordian.
That's great.
Truly.
Yeah. What a great way to frame it, because I see this place as the best of us.
Yeah.
But that's a great way to look at it as, well, all of us. can be that.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Truly.
So, do you know where you're going?
Yeah. Up next is Imble. And then Kuroi or Kuroi.
Kuroi.
Yeah. Kuroi. We've got.
The vowels will always trick you in this country.
Yeah.
Just when you think you're not meant to say them, that's
Yeah.
when you are meant to say them.
Yeah. We've got a lot. We've got a month of seeing a lot of Queensland and New South Wales. So I'm very, very excited. I would put everything in the wrong order if I tried to go through every.
Of course, it's not your job.
Yeah, but it's
Third
going.
job.
Yeah, it's going to be I know that it's going to be a wonderful time. Wendy Sylvester, I've been spending some time with here over the past couple of days. Is going to be our tour manager, and we're in good hands there. I know
Absolutely
for
you are.
sure.
Yeah.
And I haven't met Georgia yet. I haven't met Jack yet, but I just know. Also, because we're all having a birthday on this tour.
Oh, great. That's fun.
I said it's either going to be absolutely magical or something really terrible is going to happen.
Joe, I've been on these kinds of tours where people are just thrust together and they're pushed into the one van, and you just hope that you all get along.
Yeah.
And in the rarest of situations, you don't. Mostly, I've got along with people on tour, and I reckon if it doesn't work out, it's not going to be your fault, because you seem like a pretty easy to get along with kind of guy.
Adaptable, yeah. I heard when I was younger Bruce Lee say, "Be water."
Great.
And I found in life that that's one of my favorite things to live by in any moment, because you have to be able to adapt. You know, there's other living, breathing human beings around, and animals and all sorts of different things that are beautiful at screwing up your idea of what you thought things were going to be. So why even have the idea in the first place and just go into it like that, like water?
I'm going to take that with me. Mm-hmm. I'm also going to track you down somewhere within this massive state and jump in my truck and drive and see you.
Oh, wonderful.
I'm going to find a moment to do that. And I could talk to you all day. It's been a real pleasure.
It's been a real pleasure. Thanks for having me, man.
Yeah, I hope you enjoy those small halls of ours.
I will, definitely.
I'm sure they'll enjoy you.
I hope so.
Thanks heaps, man.
Thank you.
There you go. Welcome to the world of Joe H. Henry. If you're like me, you fell in love with that guy and that voice. Oh, dear God, it could cut bricks. I don't know if anyone's ever said that before. You can check him out on his socials, which is Insta and Facebook, is just Joe H. Henry Music. Make sure you put the H in, Joe H. Henry Music. And obviously, if this is coming out in time, I believe it will. We'll make sure it is. Get around the Festival of Small Halls. Look it up, Google that. We'll put a link. Find out where he is going to be and go and let that majesty wash over you. This episode of Radio Woodfordia, as always, was recorded on Jinnabara country, produced by the wonderful people at Woodfordia Inc. Music by the East Pointers. Thanks very much. I'm your host, Harley Breen. Thank you very much. Oh, and hey, become a citizen. Do that. And then you get more of this and other things. It's really cool. And like and subscribe and leave a review. It helps. Everything helps. I'm going to stop talking. Bye-bye.